Hello, and this is the intro for the channel. I'm looking down at notes. I promise I'm paying attention. So I wanted to give a brief overview and then explain it in detail. That way anybody who is interested can say, and those who unfortunately are not can go find something they're interested in. Okay, so the kind of stuff I'm going to have on the channel is three main things. So there's going to be collection hauls and openings. So the collection hauls will be anytime I have 10 or more items that I can show physically, instead of counting the digital stuff since there's nothing to show there. And then openings is anytime I have trading cards to open or something new that I feel like unboxing. For example, one of the early videos on this channel will be an unboxing of the PlayStation 5 that came with Horizon Forbidden West. I was trying to remember the name of the game. Okay, reviews. These will primarily be video games. I'm planning on doing at least 2 particular books that I own. Outside of that, I'm not sure how many books I will review per se, but they will be video game related most likely. There's a possibility of anime books that I get in the future if I find any that I feel are worth sharing. And then finally, playthroughs and let's plays. So playthroughs will be any time that I'm just playing through a game, ideally with the goal of completion, from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. If I can't complete it, at the very least, it will be a finished game where I reach an ending of some sort. And possibly have missed a trophy or couldn't do a particularly hard side quest that I decided was not worth my time anymore. Let's Plays will be any time that I stream it and then upload it. This will be for any games that I feel might be more entertaining to do a talk over as I'm playing. There's nothing to edit out. So, for example, Skyrim has a lot of walking and a lot of making things to edit out where I'm not doing anything. And it's not fun to watch, so I fast forward the process and move on. Which doesn't mean I won't stream adding my audio to it. It just means that primarily I'm going to record it off camera. And then the Let's Plays will be anything I react to as I'm playing it. This will be good for any games that are in the Dark Pictures series that I haven't played. I've played Man of Dawn so far, and I've played Until Dawn, which is not from the Dark Pictures anthology, but still. Same story kind of goes. Since I've played both of those games and have collected everything I can possibly do, Until Dawn 100% completion, Man of Dawn everything but multiplayer, it just leaves the fact that I didn't get one item, and it's not something that would be interesting to stream, something I've already played. But for the games I haven't, A Little Hope, there's some new one that's going to be coming on Xbox Game Pass soon, As Dusk Falls or something. Those will be Let's Plays where I stream it. I will see what people who are watching have to say, and I can go from there. Okay, now for the in-depth, I want to go one by one through everything and give a more specific on it, because I got plenty of notes for myself. So, as I was saying about the collectible haul thing, I first thought monthly, but then I realized I don't get a lot of stuff per month as much as I might get it per year, or I might get several items in one period of time. So it might be better to break that up into 10 items at a time, just so the video doesn't get over long, and so it can be more focused on what is in the video. And I'll try to give a clue as to what's in the video with the title of the video. None of those are going to be streamed. There's no point in streaming my collectibles. Openings, I most likely will stream before putting it on YouTube. Oh, excuse me. My links in the description, by the way, has my Twitch where you can see when I stream stuff. Now, the best way is to follow me for that. I try to remember to put it on Twitter beforehand, but since it doesn't auto-post to Twitter, it's hard to remember. And that'll just be anything that I feel is more interesting, like Unbox. That mainly is going to be cards, but there can be electronics, like console openings that are fun. I don't know if there's going to be any more console openings for a while, since the only consoles I don't have are retro, as in NES and older. And I'm not particularly searching those out, except for maybe getting a Sega Saturn at some point. I'm not sure on that, since the price point's a bit... I don't know if it's worth it. And the only new console I don't have is the new Xbox, either Series X or S. Obviously, I'd want to get the one that has the disc drive. But, I mean, I have an Xbox One, and there's not very many exclusives to the XS that I'm interested in. So, okay. The book review thing. So, there's these two books I specifically want to do. I don't have it in reach, do I? No. It's out of my reach, but I have two books. They're called The Book of Games, Volumes 1 and 2. I never can find Volume 3. And I want to make it a series where I skim and read what's interesting out of it, and I share gameplay while I'm going through the book. And it's hilarious because they reviewed games, and they did a very poor job, if you ask me. So, those won't be very often when I do get to getting around to it, because it will be long editing sessions. And it's not like I can stream it, so it'll be just a lot of me sitting around and clicking a bunch of stuff, hooking and unhooking game systems. No hurry there. Alright, game reviews. It's after I've beat or completed a game. Ideally ones I haven't played through or let's played on the channel or on Twitch and then put on the channel. Because I generally share my opinion when I'm playing through a game. Now, when it comes to games that are on a console, I will do my best to share some game footage or images from my gameplay when I review it. When it comes to handhelds, I don't have a way to record those except for the Vita, which I only can record because I got that stupid PlayStation TV accessory back whenever the Vita was still a thing. I don't have a lot of games on the Vita, though. So most games are going to either be console, or if they're handheld, they're like my DS, my 3DS, my Game Boy Advance games. Some Game Boy games I can capture with the SNES Game Boy adapter thing, but not all of them, since it doesn't necessarily work with color games that well. Alright. And then, so the playthroughs and Let's Plays, which is the last thing, I did my best to, I kind of explained that, but let me put it this way. So, my plan is, the first series is going to be Skyrim. I've been playing and recording footage of that game, and what I'm doing is editing anything that isn't interesting. So, if I feel like I'm just kind of making things to sell, or selling things, or organizing my inventory pointlessly, I fast-forwarded it. Now, this affects the game audio, so they all sound like a bunch of squeaking chipmunks, but I saved that separately, and then I'm going to put my audio file on top of that, so that my audio doesn't make me sound like a squeaking chipmunk, because nobody wants to hear squeaking chipmunk, I don't think. I'm torn on if I'm going to stream that or not, because it would be more practical to just audio edit. But it could be fun to do streams, so that if anybody has any questions and is curious, I can answer them. And that's kind of my goal with my reviews and my playthroughs and Let's Plays. I want to make it accessible for anybody, regardless of their level of game. So if they're really good at Skyrim, and maybe they just don't know where that one danger artifact is, I can show them where it is. Because I know where it is. I have completed this game 100% before. I just recently got the Anniversary Edition, and am completing that, which involves figuring out where all the Anniversary stuff is, which is live in my recordings, and it's kind of funny to watch me fumble around because I don't know where that specific item is, but I generally figure it out, and then I move on. But I know for the most part where everything is that is related to the trophies, because I have completed it. And then the Let's Plays, those are more of a fun thing. I might go back in and complete them. So, like, games like A Little Hope, I think I'll be able to do everything but the multiplayer for. So, like, I'll be missing 1 or 2 trophies, but I can specify, based on some guides I look up and cross-reference, what I'm missing and how you would go about getting it, versus being able to show it since I don't have somebody that I can actively play with for that purpose. But I can share all the single player and do that 100%. Plus, you could get a certain amount of multiplayer stuff using the curator mode, which is something that I've researched into. And I plan to do that with basically any game I Let's Play. If I feel I can do a completion, I will go back in and try to complete it. Whether I stream that or not is a different story, though, since a lot of times I sit there on the pause menu while I flip through on my phone to figure out where that one item I missed is. And nobody wants to watch me do that. And plus, it'd be better for me to edit me looking around into a fast forward, just for the sake of consistency. I hope all of that makes sense, and I hope that you're interested. I will try to do my best with any game I talk about, to talk about in a way that somebody who's new to gaming would understand what I'm talking about, just as much as somebody who has been gaming for a while won't get bored and be like, I already know that. I try to sum things up in a way that is beneficial for all viewers. I personally feel that I'm what you would call an average gamer. I have played games for years, but I'm not exactly going to be playing Dark Souls and beating it anytime soon. I pretty much run around in circles for a while and then figure out, oh, I'm supposed to dodge. So, that's neither here nor there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will stay tuned and watch videos on this channel and enjoy them. Starting tomorrow, the day after this video, there are a few different collectible hauls I'm going to be putting up, along with some unboxings. One's a card one, and one's of a PlayStation 5, like I mentioned. And then after that, it will be the beginning of the Skyrim playthrough. And I hope you enjoy. I think I already said that. I'm going to go before I repeat myself again. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye!